Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with comedy's Dwayne Perkins from Comedy Central and the Conan O'Brien Show. And right now we're going to talk about Colin Powell made an appearance on Meet the Press a few weeks ago. We're always talking about here on the Jimmy Dore Show the right-wing freakout and the Republican Civil War and how they're trying to heal and get back to being able to win elections again. And they bring on Colin Powell, right? And he was on Meet the Press. He had a few words for the Republicans and where they are and what they need to do.
What the Republican Party needs to do now is take a very hard look at itself and understand the country has changed. The country is changing demographically. And if the Republican Party does not change along with that demographic, they're going to be in trouble.
So Colin Powell is telling the establishment Republican Party, hey, the demographics are changing, and if you guys don't change, you're doomed. And the Republican Party is saying back to Colin Powell, hey, thanks for the advice, black guy. We're going to try not changing for a little while longer.
I think the problem is, what do you believe? You know, because it's like they're talking around it. They're sort of like, we need to appeal to a different base. Well, if what you believe doesn't appeal to that base, then that's really it right there, right?
Maybe we have to change who we are, is what he's saying.
Or make it look like we're changing who we are.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they're
changing
right.
So he has a little bit more advice what the real problem is, what he sees as a big problem in the Republican Party.
There's also a dark vein of intolerance in some parts of the party. What do I mean by that?
I think we know what you mean by that. I don't think it's a big secret. What do you think he means by that?
Well, I think he switched the words around because he says a dark vein of intolerance. I think he meant intolerance for dark veins. Well, you know,
Very nice.
I think you know, when you do whatever it takes to win an argument, when the smoke clears, you've said some things. Things have been said, and then what remains is, did you mean what you said? You know, like if you call someone fat during an argument, you know, after you make up and eat ice cream, and they're eating
fatter,
and they're eating the low-fat ice cream because of your comments.
Sure,
that lingers.
They're trying to pander to the racists in their parties, the old school right wingers, and at the same time appeal to people who are the target of the racism. So it's kind of hard. It's really hard. So well, here he has a little bit more to say.
What I mean by that is they still sort of look down on minorities. There are a lot of things that the American people are expecting, and the Republican Party, as they get ready for the next election, really has to focus on some of these issues and not ignore them. Everybody wants to talk about who's going to be the candidate. You better think first about what's the party you're actually going to represent. If it's just going to represent the far right wing of the political spectrum, I think the party is in difficulty.
I'll say this about, I have a question.
Yes.
So he talks about how they look down their nose at minorities. They do more than that. They actively discriminate against minorities. They actually demonize them. They actually criminalize them in a lot of ways, right? Just being a minority. They don't call you an undocumented worker. They call you an illegal. Right? You're not even a person. You're just illegal. Your being is illegal. So what is it? Now, Colin Powell has been a Republican, I mean, and especially for a long time, as long as I've known him. What's in it for him to hang out with these guys? You know what I mean? What's in it for him to hang out with these race baiters? Because I don't know if even this election, the top of the party, Mitt Romney, was asking, hey, nobody ever asked for my birth certificate, standing on stage with Donald Trump, the racist in chief. What is, you know, asking for his college records? And
well, I think, you know, with the thing with Colin Powell is probably a military guy. They tend to be more Republican because Republicans tend to spend more on defense. And maybe fiscally he agrees with them.
It's like a Jew going, I'm going to vote for Hitler, the trains run on time. I don't say what you want.
You can't unsay things. That's the main thing. You can't unsay things. You can't undo things.
You can't unask for his long-form birth certificate. Right? Yeah, okay. And I'm surprised I didn't ask for Colin Powell's long-form birth certificate when he became Secretary of State. How could this guy, he's black, he can't be one of us. He's different. He's other. He's arrogant. He's arrogant and uppity.
But he was sort of playing his position back then.
Yes.
You know,
oh no, he was a good soldier. In fact, he sold an illegal war to the American people, right? So they used his they used his stature and the heft of his character to sell an illegal war. And by the way, he's not. That doesn't disqualify him from public life after that.
No, and I've done that on a smaller scale. Like I've gone to club owners and said, hey, this guy's funny. And I knew he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right.
And then you can't go back to that club owner again and recommend. But somehow the country still wants his endorsement. Everyone's
Right.
still...
Well, because he admitted, you know, he apologized. He said, I was given bad information and...
It was because Republicans say horrible things, plus they don't apologize.
Right. Plus they don't say, oh, let's recalibrate. We see the error of our ways.
Okay.
It's sort of like they don't say anything.
Yeah. At least Mel Gibson apologizes sometimes. Right? Sometimes.
He sobers up. Someone tells him, he reads something.
Oh, did I say that?
Right.
I didn't mean to punch you in the mouth, young lady.
Right.
You're a nice person.